All right, can you see me? Are we good? All right. My name is Jill Abshawn, and I am a Senior Gold Ambassador with Plexus. And as we're kind of waiting for everybody to get in here, I'm going to go ahead and read our disclaimer to kind of get that out of the way. The opportunity of a lifetime is brought to you by independent Plexus ambassadors and is not sponsored by Plexus Worldwide. Plexus Worldwide wants you to know that the results you have heard or are about to hear vary person to person, and we do not claim to cure, treat, diagnose, or prevent any disease. All right, so we're going to have lots of guests hopefully on here tonight. So our goal, if you're a guest, is to help you help build your belief in Plexus and our life-changing products and the amazing business opportunity that Plexus offers. Tonight you're going to hear from some of my friends' own personal health testimonies and financial testimonies and how that income has been life-changing for us. So I'll start out with a little bit about myself. I am a wife and a mama of 3 little babies. I have a 2-year-old, a 9-month-old, and then I have another one due in August. So it was weird saying that I have 3. Around 3 years ago, I began looking for ways to be able to stay home with our babies. At that time, I was teaching full-time, and my husband was not quite full-time at his position at the church. In reality, I never thought I'd be a stay-at-home mom, but I kept looking anyway because I just wanted that. I felt like the Lord had put that desire in my heart, but no amount of coupons or online surveys was going to cut the amount I needed to be able to stay home and be a one-income family. But that desire was still there and was kind of confusing at the time. So, fast forward 2 years later, and after lots of prayer for jobs, it kind of wasn't really on my radar, but my husband was having some digestion issues, and I had heard a lot of friends talk about Plexus and how that could help with it. So I talked with a friend of mine and got some information about the products to see how they could help with him. And after talking with my friend a little bit more, we got to talking about the compensation plan, and I just really felt like this was something I needed to pursue. So in February of 2015, I dove into the business side, even though it was exactly what I told myself I would never do. It just felt really different, and it was really fulfilling to be able to help others find freedom. So 2 months after that, I was able to decide to not have to teach the following school year, and I got to be that stay-at-home mom. So this has been 1 year later from joining Plexus, and it's been an amazing journey, and it's been truly an answer to prayer. So that's a little bit about myself. And to start off, we're going to I just want you to kind of think about these and have these facts soak in a little bit, that 8 out of 10 Americans are overweight. 1 in 10 Americans suffer from diabetes, and that worldwide number is expected to double by 2030 and be 1 in 3 by the middle of the century. 1 in 6 Americans has high cholesterol. 1 in 10 Americans deal with chronic pain. 1 in 5 Americans have arthritis. Lots of other, up to 50 million Americans suffer from autoimmune disease. Poor gut health, imbalanced blood sugar, and inflammation are associated with dramatic increases in diabetes, heart disease, cancer, stroke, arthritis, depression, and Plexus products directly address those health concerns that are plaguing our country. They are committed to finding unique and natural health solutions to our country's everyday health issues. So we have a few people who are ready to share how Plexus has drastically changed their health. First up is my great friend, Melissa McClelland. So I'm going to unmute you, Melissa, and see if that works, if you would be able to share.
Okay. Hey, everybody. I am so excited to be here tonight talking to everyone. I want to just give you my extremely brief testimony about how Plexus has truly changed my health. Last year, about this time, I was pregnant with my 3rd child, and I was having yeast infection after yeast infection after yeast infection. And when you're pregnant, that's the last thing that you want is a yeast infection. And the doctor kept giving me cream and it wouldn't go away. And it was awful. And so I had been talking to Jill, and she had recommended I try the ProBio 5. And I was like, okay, how fast can you get this stuff here? Because I needed it like 6 months ago, because that's when that catastrophe happened. And so anyways, I started taking it, and literally within 2 days, my yeast infection was completely gone. And I was floored because nothing that the doctor had given me worked at all. And then fast forward a couple weeks after I had started taking the ProBio 5, I was induced, and I was on an antibiotic drip when I was having my son. And I was in labor for 40 hours. And so that was a constant drip. And I was so afraid that it was going to give me another yeast infection because of the high amount of antibiotics. I kept taking my ProBio 5 the entire time, and I never have had a yeast infection since. And that was, he'll be 1 April 19th. So I think that is a huge win for Plexus.
Yes, for sure. Melissa has an amazing testimony on top of that too, and I wish we had more time for her to share. But we are going to move on to our next person, which is Hillary. And I'll unmute you, Hillary. All right, I think you're good.
Okay. Well, I'm Hillary, and my experience with Plexus also was with, my health issues, just wanting to lose weight. And for the last year and a half, I got really bad migraines, and really just wanted something to, just kind of relieve those from me so I wouldn't have them anymore. And I first started just doing the Plexus because of the is that really loud?
No.
Okay. Because of just wanting to lose weight. And so I was able to get onto Plexus about, I would say, January 12th is when I started. And so from doing that, I started seeing signs of losing weight, but also I realized that I hadn't had any migraines or any headaches. And I mean, these migraines would keep me down, like where I would have to miss work. Did not get good sleep at all for the longest time. And ever since taking this, I don't have no migraines. I get really good sleep, and I've lost a lot of weight. So it's definitely been a plus in my book, and it's exciting just to see other things happen as well. I had, for some reason, I know people talk about weird things that they have, but I always had a rash on the back of my neck and my head from like shampoos, like being really sensitive to shampoos. And that's completely gone, and I don't have any of that. And that's awesome, because it's aggravating when you have to just scratch your head all the time. So for me, that's like the two biggest things for me, and definitely Plexus is awesome for that. So
That's awesome. And Hillary, you haven't even really been on the products that long, have you?
no, only for a month and a half.
Yeah.
Not even a month and a half, like a month and 3 days.
Yeah, that is amazing. I love getting updates on you and how everything's going.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm excited to see my mom. That's the biggest thing. She has a lot of health issues, and I'm excited. We're supposed to get the products this week, so hopefully a lot of her issues will just go away. So I'm excited.
Yeah, awesome. All right, next up we have Melissa Duvall. Let me unmute you. All right, Melissa.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yep, we're good.
Awesome. All right, well, sorry about the attire. I just got off shift at the hospital, so I didn't have time to freshen up. Anyway, so I just wanted to tell everybody about the two most important things that have happened for me and my husband. So for me, my main goal with Plexus was, number one, my gut issues, because I've had gut issues my whole life, but number two, to get off of my prescription depression medication that I had been on for like 4 years. I was up to the highest dose, and I was just miserable taking it every day. I didn't want to rely on a pill to make me happy. So about like two months in, I just noticed how happy I was. You know, I was sleeping better, I had more energy, but overall, I was just happy. So I talked to my doctor, and we decided to go ahead and wean me off. And so I've now been off of my Zoloft for like 2 months, and I'm still super happy, as you can see. And I'm just so glad that Plexus gave me, you know, a life free of prescription medication, because I don't want to rely on pills. So yay for that. So for my husband, this is super great. So in December, he went for his yearly checkup, and his blood pressure was high, his cholesterol was high, and his triglycerides were like super duper high. So his doctor was, you know, not very happy with him. She gave him 8 weeks to get his levels hopefully in check before she put him on blood pressure medication and medication for his high cholesterol and high lipids. So as soon as we got home, I ordered Mega X, and I started him on Plexus Slim right away. And so he was on Mega X for maybe 6 weeks by the time, you know, the mail came. But anyway, so 8 weeks later, his blood pressure was normal, his cholesterol levels were all dropped, and his triglycerides had dropped 84 points, like humongous amount in 8 weeks. And so his doctor was like, well, I don't know what you're doing. And I wasn't there to tell her, unfortunately. I couldn't be the yay Plexus lady, but anyway, she was like, see you in 1 year. So, I mean, that's me and my husband that don't have to rely on prescription medications to keep us healthy. And I am so, so thankful for that.
That is so awesome. I've already heard all of these stories, and I am like grinning from ear to ear and almost in tears, because it's so exciting to hear you guys share them and to see such radical health transformations in such really a short amount of time when you really think about it. All right. Thank you, Melissa, for sharing. The products that most, I think everybody that talked tonight was on, is called the Triplex combo. They're our most popular products. And so I'm going to kind of hit a little bit more in detail about them, and then we offer a lot more other products too. So if you are interested in more of the pain relief line, the weight loss line, you can get with the person who invited you and get a little bit more details about those. But the Triplex combo includes 3 products. They focus on complete and overall gut health, and there's a direct correlation between gut health and brain function. A lot of people talk about brain fog and forgetfulness and where did I put the keys? I can't remember where I did anything. And it really may not be linked to what you think. A lot of people think it's lack of sleep. But a happy, healthy gut is a happy, healthy brain as well. If you're housing yeast and toxins in your gut, which feed off sugar, your brain is triggered into thinking that you need that sugar. But when you're properly cleansing your gut, those sugar cravings can diminish. Slim is the first product. It's gluten-free, it's caffeine-free and free of stimulants. It's sweetened with naturally with stevia. And some of the first benefits that people share after being on Slim is amazing sleep, way more energy, and it's a natural energy that it's really hard to explain unless you experience it. And a lot of people have seen a decrease in their need for soda or caffeine, which was coffee was a big thing for me. And I was easily able to get off of that. Then ProBio 5 is the second of the 3 combo. It's a probiotic, and it's one of a kind. It's the one that Melissa, both of them, were really talking about how it really helped change their health. When you take antibiotics, you're also killing off not just the bad bacteria, but also the good bacteria, and that's linked to our immune system and overall health. ProBio 5 contains 5 strains of probiotic bacteria, plus added digestive enzymes and an antifungal, and that's what makes it so much different from any other probiotic and why people see such different and life-changing results. The third of the three is BioCleanse, and I love BioCleanse, especially being pregnant. Last time I was pregnant, it literally eliminated all of my aches and pains. It gets rid of that inflammation and all of the buildup of waste in your body. A lot of people think I'm crazy when I tell them that it is not normal to eliminate once a week or even once a day. It's actually normal to go at least 2 to 3 times a day. And I kind of heard this analogy once of a car wash, of if you have 3 cars going in and only 1 car coming out, there's going to be a buildup and a problem and an issue, and it's not going to run smoothly. So it's completely and totally natural for that to be a part of your daily function. It's also loaded with magnesium, which is a mineral that's used by every organ in our bodies, especially our heart, muscles, and kidneys. And 80% of Americans are deficient in magnesium. So those 3, as you can kind of tell, hit on inflammation, balanced blood sugar, and gut health. And all of that is linked to a lot of our main functions in our body. So lots of great benefits from those. Like I said, we have a lot of other products, like our great multivitamin, Omega X, our Omega product that's completely plant-based, but I don't really have time to go into those. So get with the person who invited you, and they can give you a little bit more information about that. All right. In my very first month of sharing Plexus with others, I quickly realized that not only do we have products that people desperately need, that they are truly changing people's lives, just like Melissa, and Hillary shared, but we also have a compensation plan that is like any other in the industry of network marketing. I can honestly say that I'm just as passionate about the uniqueness and generosity of our comp plan as I am about our products. It's said that if a company has less than 500,000 distributors, it's at the ground floor, and Plexus is right around 300,000, so it is literally at the right place at the right time. So now we're going to jump a little bit into how Plexus can help financially and offer you or those you need, that might need this kind of financial freedom. We have Carissa Casey here with us, and she's going to share a little bit about how Plexus has blessed her financially. She recently ranked up to Emerald in our company, and if you don't know what that means, it's one of the top 3 ranks in our compensation plan. She's earned her free Lexus, a free yearly trip to Hawaii, and gets to take part in crazy amounts of monthly profit sharing with the company. So, Krista, if you are ready, if you would let me unmute you. Okay.
Okay, am I on?
You're on.
Okay, so I'm going to share a little bit about my financial testimony with you tonight. I do have quite a health testimony, as does my husband and my children. So I'm kind of like everyone else here in that sense. And I'll say also that what appealed to me about Plexus was absolutely the products. I knew a lot about gut health already because I'm a food and nutrition nerd. And so I was really attracted to Plexus for that reason. Now, along the way, I was seeing close friends of mine do very, very well in this company. And so I could see that the business model was something unique because I never knew anyone in another network marketing company who drove the car or earned the big paycheck or got to go on the trips. That was really different. I'll also say this. I was very opposed to being associated with selling. I did not like going to people's home parties, and when they would ask me to host a home party, I would always say no. I was very protective of my reputation in that way, and I really did not want to be associated with sales. So if someone had reached out to me about the Plexus business and said, I think you would be really good at this, I know that I would have said, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you. But because I was attracted to Plexus for the products, it was kind of a foot in the door for me. So I began taking the products, and because I had seen very close friends do well in this company, I thought, well, why not share? Why not tell people about these products that I'm taking? I already have quite a presence on social media. I love being on Facebook. I love sharing about things I love. So in my first month on the products, which was 1 year ago in November, I went ahead and made a few Facebook posts. I was still very fearful about being associated with sales, and I was still fearful about what other people would think of me. So I was pretty timid in my posts and, tried to make them just every 4 days or so. But there came a point where, my good friend, who's one of my sponsors, reached a very high rank in the company, and I was seeing the paycheck, and it was astounding to me. Not because I want all this money, but because I was seeing what she was able to give to with that money. I was seeing that she was able to get her family out from under all of their debt with that money. And our family had big dreams. My husband had big dreams that he wanted to pursue, and I was terrified to let us go after those because I didn't want to go into any more debt. And so I was living in a life of fear. And about a month into Plexus, when I was just dipping my toes in and sharing a little bit, and I saw the paycheck just in doing that, I really had to ask myself, am I going to let these fears that are governing my life right now hold my family back from some really, really amazing potential? I don't think we're allowed to disclose exact numbers. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, Jill, but just suffice it to say that I had talked to people in other companies, and I thought it was pretty great if you were making $2,000 or $3,000 a month in your little side sales job. And the people I knew were making triple and quadruple that. And these are people I've known for more than a decade. So I sat down with my husband and we prayed, and he said to me, why not you? If you're going to care more about what the rest of the world thinks than what God thinks, and then what's good for our family, then decide today. And so I made that decision about a year ago. And so one month after I joined Plexus, I began working harder. I still worked smart. I didn't want to be salesy and annoying. I never wanted to be that way. But I did make a point to ask myself every day, who can I help today? Who can I offer hope to today? And I reached out to people. I reached out to a lot of people, and I posted on my social media, and I talked freely about Plexus in my conversations because it was something I really did believe in, that I knew was really helping people. And I put that time in when my girls are napping or when they're in bed. I spent that time, digging into my business, learning and growing and reaching out. And so I set big goals for myself. That's another thing. And saw those goals come to fruition. There are, 6 or so ranks between the beginning of the company and Emerald. And Emerald is a huge milestone where you earn the car and the Hawaii trip every year and the profit sharing with the rest of the company. And that happened for me this November. So exactly 1 year after I joined, our family is experiencing just unbelievable freedom. And there were people that laughed at me, even in my own family, when I said, yeah, my plan is to be earning $10,000 a month by this summer. My plan is to surpass my husband in the medical field. There were a lot of people that thought that was totally unrealistic. But I knew that with this compensation plan, it wasn't. It was not unrealistic. And so we've totally transformed our family's financial situation. We have a lot of big dreams and plans coming up that I can hopefully share more about soon, but they're still kind of in the dream phase right now. So, and the neatest thing too is that I have been able to help dear friends of mine not just feel better, but stay home, be a stay-at-home mommy like Jill. She got to stay home and no longer teach. People that are paying off debts and people that are getting to take fun trips with their family. And it is really, really, really rewarding.
Yay, I love hearing you talk and share your heart. So thank you very, very much. All right, I think we should just let Carissa wrap it up. No, she did a great job. So as a business owner myself and an entrepreneur, I spent $34.95 to start my Plexus business. And I don't have to have this was what made Plexus stand out differently to me. I don't have a storefront. I don't have to stock products. I don't have to have an inventory in my garage that just goes there and is a waste of money. I don't have to deliver anything. I just teach people how to shop online. Everything is done through our website. And which is so freeing and makes it so flexible with my schedule and being able to do this while I'm home. There are a lot of perks with Plexus, like we talked about once you get into Emerald and above, the Lexuses, the trips to Hawaii. But I'm going to, like I did on the products, I'm just going to focus on the 3 main areas that you can earn income with Plexus. The first one is commissions. You earn those off retail and preferred customers, as well as any wholesale purchases that come through your account, including your own purchases. Anything above the first 100 is 15% commission, and then once you reach 500, all of that turns to 25% commission, which is really amazing. The second way is bonuses. There are a few different kinds of bonuses. There's business building bonuses, there's preferred customer bonuses, and there's achievement rank bonuses. The business building bonuses are when you build your team and add ambassadors to your team, you get bonuses right away. Those are paid out weekly. Preferred customer bonuses for all customers that order from you, you get a bonus every time that they purchase a product on top of those commissions, which makes it really great. And then achievement rank bonuses as well. Every time that you rank up in the company, you get a one-time bonus. And then once you reach Emerald, Sapphire, and Diamond, you get monthly pools that you get to dip into as well, which is way better than those one-time bonuses. And then also the third way to get paid to talk about tonight is pay points, which makes Plexus really different. Right now, it probably seems kind of like gibberish to you what pay points are, but this is what makes residual income amazing. And I didn't really understand residual income at first until I heard it explained this way. Like if you're thinking about your first job, do you want to go out and deliver papers every morning at 4 a.m.? Or would you like to invest into a gumball machine and put it at your local gas station and go collect the earnings once a week? Once you invest in something, there's that continual income that comes to you, which makes network marketing so much different than a 9-to-5 job. So while I am at home fixing breakfast for my kids, I'm earning income. Or if I'm at church, serving at church, I can earn income that way too. I don't have to literally be working my job to be making money all the time. This is what is time leveraging. So pay points are 50% of the monthly income is divvied out among the active ambassadors each month through those pay points. And you can get a little bit more details on those later because I don't have a whole lot of time to go into that. But kind of like Krista talked about, that dream that you have with Plexus. For me, it was making $500 a month. Some of you, it may just be a couple extra $100 a month or $1,000 a month so that you can quit an extra shift at work or take a vacation that you've always wanted. I'm here to tell you it is absolutely possible to be able to do that with Plexus. So as we wrap up, since I wanted to end this right at 9:30 for you, as you can tell from tonight, we have a product that directly addresses the health needs of Americans. The #1 killer by the year 2030 will be diabetes. Chronic pain is raging due to people being obese and overweight. We have the right products at the right time. They're simple, they're affordable, they meet those needs, and customers have a 60-day money-back guarantee that you literally have nothing to lose and so much to gain. So if you were to walk away from this opportunity, you've also missed a change for your health, a change for your finances, a change for your family's future. And for me, that was the big one. Just to be able to completely take a different route with our family, and something that I'd been dreaming about. The opportunity to change and help change the lives of others, the chance to have amazing vacations and drive that luxury car, the opportunity to be a part of an awesome team with amazing men and women, and the chance to get out of a 40-hour-a-week job. and the chance to live a great lifestyle. So I leave you with those thoughts tonight, and I hope you'll consider being a part of this amazing opportunity of a lifetime. It actually says we have about 9 minutes left, so I don't know how we did that, but so we can use that time if you would like for questions, since we kind of went through everything. I think you have the option to unmute yourself, so if you want to unmute yourself, at the very bottom, it's like it has like a little microphone for me. I think you can unmute yourself. So if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself, and I'd be glad to answer any of those. Or if there's something I didn't go into detail about and you wanted to hear. Anybody? All right, well, I guess we will end it there. If you do have any other questions, get with the person who invited you tonight, and I'm sure they would love to answer any of those or give you any more information. So thank you guys, and have a great evening.